Hi, I'm Greg Lawrence. I'm a psychedelic integration and transformational coach, and I thought today I would answer the question, what is psychedelic integration? I've been facilitating community integration circles here in Los Angeles for about 3 years now, and this is a question that comes up a lot, although it's not always in the form of a question. Many times someone will say something like, I had this experience where I did ayahuasca or did mushrooms or what have you, and then afterwards I was doing a lot of yoga, journaling, meditation, something like that. And even though I was integrating, I eventually just went back to like my old self. So I don't understand how that was happening. That's because there's some confusion around exactly what integration is. Things like yoga, journaling, meditation, walking in nature can all be part of integration and support your process. But at its core, psychedelic integration is taking the overarching message, theme, or lesson from your experience, and there is always a lesson, and integrating that by making it a part of your daily life. Now this takes conscious effort on your part because for better or worse, your mind does not want you to change. In fact, your mind thinks it would be a very bad idea for you to change. This is why the gym fills up on January 2nd and is pretty much back to normal by March 1st, because as far as your mind is concerned, right now is not a good time to change. Does that sound familiar? Psychedelic integration requires us to be or do differently. Now, by be differently, what I mean is that we might set better boundaries for ourselves. We might evaluate certain relationships or situations in our lives. Doing differently might entail developing better habits or patterns that are more healthy for us. It might mean that we change the way that we communicate or relate to others in some way. But it requires, again, conscious effort on our parts that is sometimes uncomfortable and sometimes may feel a little bit forced because, once again, your mind does not want you to change. But in order to do this, you need to move out of your comfort zone. When we say move out of your comfort zone, many times people think of things like jumping out of a plane or speaking in front of thousands of people, but sometimes being out of your comfort zone is something as simple as telling a person that you care how you feel about them, even though you don't feel like doing it right then. That later might be a better time. This can be psychedelic integration. Now, you can integrate by yourself, with a friend, accountability partner, coach, therapist, but if you don't integrate, if you don't do something differently, if you don't make some change after the experience, then every time you do psychedelics, you are having a one-time experience over and over and over again. And if that's what you want, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are looking to make change in your life, it is going to require work on your part. That's psychedelic integration.